Hello and welcome everybody. What is going on? So we have beaten FC Koln 1-0 in a game that quite frankly was quite difficult. Usually I'd be here, well, not usually, but sometimes I would be here, raging about the game, raging about how we played, raging, that it's just that we played this bad ultimately. But today I'm not that. I'm not that at all. It's the end of the year, and I think perspective needs to be made right now because it's the end of the year. The players, they have just really came back from what you could call a long break, where first half of the season they really didn't play much at all, and now suddenly the intensity of the training has gone up. Suddenly the intensity of just everything has gone up. So right now I kind of consider them just getting back. And what we had just now was like the preseason, which is why, like I said, I don't really consider it that bad that we're not really playing that well right now. I'm sure like after the winter break, especially once we had more time on the yup and whatnot, and implement his ideas and whatnot, that's when we're gonna start looking much better. Now the game itself, like I said, it was a very hard fought game, a very difficult game. If I was to quote a German word, Arbeitssieg, which basically means you had to work for your victory, and that's essentially what I would classify this match as. We really had to work for our victory, and quite frankly, work we did. We won this game 1-0. I think that's what we should all be happy about. Now, the goal that we scored was actually phenomenal. I think there were a few standout players, don't get me wrong, but I want to just talk about the goal because the goal itself was just absolutely beautiful. Boateng obviously chips the ball into Müller. Müller backhead, like who heads it backwards, yeah, he heads it backwards to Levy, and Levy then finishes. That was just a brilliant goal. It was just spectacular. The way the whole move flowed all the way from Boateng to Müller and then to Lewandowski, it all just worked perfectly. Now, obviously, there's one player that I think needs to be criticised, but again, I do feel that after the winter break, it's going to be much better. But he's a player that has been criticised previously, and a player that's probably going to be criticised in the near future as well, and that's Ribery. He didn't play well today at all. He really struggled, and you could tell that like at the 60th minute or so, he really started getting tired. Coleman on the other hand looked very good. Coleman always looks very good actually, now that I think more, because recently under Yup especially, he's almost excelled to the point where he was perhaps even more so than he was like under Pep's final year, where he really had this breakthrough season, especially in the second half of the season. But right now he seems to be playing like that every single week, and honestly he just looks very good. Like he looks very good on the pitch, and honestly, there's a lot of Coleman doubters obviously, but to all the people that are doubting him now that you're watching him on the Yup, he could become a massive player, a massive player with the way he plays right now and the way he progresses. Now, overall, our defense I thought was pretty good. I mean, Koln didn't have that many chances, but overall, I thought our defense, when they were tasked to it, they did really well. Our attack obviously was a little bit lacking. Should have scored perhaps one or two more goals, with the chances that we had. Midfield was okay, not really terrible, not really great, but just okay. But overall, we worked hard for the game, and overall, I feel like we deserve to win that game ultimately. So that's all that matters. That's all that counts, and that's all that we got. We got the 3 points, and now we're progressing. Soon we've got one. I think we've got one more Bundesliga game, and then we've got a DFB Pokal against Dortmund, and it should be quite interesting. It should be quite fascinating. It should be quite fun to see how the next 2 games progress. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys next time, and until then, peace out and have a nice day.